Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Art of Creation Homestead. My name is Jason, and we're outside momentarily, but it's obviously this is a cooking video, as you've seen by the title and hopefully the thumbnail. But we're out here because I gotta pick what we're cooking. It's that time of year. We're actually going to be able to harvest things we're cooking, and look at that, harvesting some of that beautiful kale. This variety of kale is Ragged Jack kale, and it has outdone itself this year. It's amazing. It's super clean. That's why we like growing in green stock. But this has done amazing work. Like this, that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing, piece of kale. And it's our favorite kale. Kale is not for everybody. Obviously, people have very strong feelings about it, but we do too. We think it's wonderful. And but honestly, we don't really grow a lot of other kales. We have some others planted down there, but I'm not really sure they're going to do much. But this Ragged Jack kale is where it's at. It's awesome. If you are somebody who doesn't like kale, but maybe you want to like kale, try growing Ragged Jack kale. It says Red Russian / Ragged Jack. There are Red Russian varieties out there that are not Ragged Jack, okay? And the reality is, the only place we've been able to find these seeds is Baker Creek. So it's rareseeds.com, I believe. I think that's the only place. That's the only place we bought it from. How about that? But it's so good. Honestly, we've had other Red Russian kales that were not this, to be honest with you. So that's the reason I say we have to get it from rareseeds.com, Baker Creek seeds. But it's, man, look at this one. This is awesome. It's done so good in this green stalk. Again, hey, if you want a green stalk, if you want to grow things like this, we got a link in the description. Link and a code in the description. Get you $10 off. But like this right here, that's awesome. I mean, that's a big leaf. I got a big head, right? That's a big leaf. Look at that. So that's really cool. I don't know how much we'll need of this in this sausage and kale pizza. I'm looking forward to it, by the way. Angela and I were brainstorming through it. She had the idea the other day, and she started getting excited. And hey, honestly, if she's excited about cooking something, I'm gonna be excited about eating it. Being real with you, because it's going to be amazing. Sausage and kale work so good together, by the way. They work well. Look at that. That's a nice one. I mean, so that's why we grow some kale. We love growing this kale because it's super healthy, super good for you. I don't eat it raw, you know. So we're just picking what we need. I don't know how much kale we're going to use. It like with any green, it shrinks down, right? It shrinks down when you heat it. So I don't know how much we're going to need. One thing about growing in a green stalk is it's so clean. This is not going to need much washing. Okay, it's not going to need a whole lot of washing at all. So that's one good thing, because it is so clean. It's been a good year too, because no bugs have bothered it. I mean, like very little bug issues at all. Typically, you have a lot of cabbage moths, the little white moths that fly around. They lay their larvae, and the larvae get in the spine of this stuff, and they eat it just straight down in no time. And I haven't seen any of those this year. There's some bird droppings on that one, so we're gonna have to get rid of it. Throw it in the burn pile. It will be burnt soon. But I'm gonna quit rambling and just pick some kale. All right, this is a good stack of kale. Big leaf there on top. So I don't know if that's enough, but these stems on it are kind of thick, so we gotta get the stems out of it and see how much it really is. So all that kale, we took the spines out. See, we just ripped them off, really easy. Now we're just gonna rough chop it. Yes, this looks like a lot of kale, but again, it will shrink down massively once it starts getting heated up. Just take your knife. Honestly, it ain't a big deal, because it's going to just be shrunk down and with some sausage anyways. So you just want to get it sliced up to where you ain't got big massive leaves. So I'm just taking this knife and I'm just hacking away. Just hack away, but watch them digits. Do not want to hack them digits off, right? Just get it down. You could you could even tear it from here if you wanted to, but a knife will let you just do a mound of it at one time. See, like that shred right there, just like that. That's why the knife helps you.
So Jason brought the kale in and we washed it and everything. Now I'm taking care of sausage. You need sausage for sausage and kale pizza. This is mild Italian sausage. You can use spicy Italian sausage. You can use breakfast sausage, but Italian sausage is going to be better.
Yep.
And you want to crumble it up as you're going. I'm using a mix and chop for that. It works wonderful. And as you can see, it's sauteing pretty fast. So while this is sauteing, we will work on the crust. Now, when I thought this up in my brain, a round pizza just wouldn't do it. This had to be a sheet pan pizza with a thick crust. So this is my typical pizza dough, which we have a video for. But I've doubled the recipe because you want more crust. So I've doubled the recipe. That's why you have such a big blob of dough.
We're looking for a focaccia style, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you want to put down a lot of olive oil on your pan. I'm lining my pan. This is just a regular sheet pan. And I'm lining it with parchment paper and put a lot of olive oil down. It's up to you how much, but it turns out better if it has more olive oil. Turns out more like focaccia if it has more olive oil. So you want to push your crust out to the sides. It's going to shrink back on you. It's fine. Make sure that there is a little lip at the sides. You don't want a lip like you would for a round pizza. Just a little bit of a lip. Just to tell you where your toppings go. And as you can see, it's won't shrink back on me. It's fine. It's going to bake out to the corners.
Now, if somebody just didn't want to go through this process and wanted to use a pre-packaged, pre-made dough, how would that work?
I would suggest frozen, not Pillsbury popping fresh.
Will it turn out like focaccia if you do things like that, or just going to make it different?
It will if you add enough olive oil.
Okay.
Just like with this is my typical pizza dough, but if you add enough olive oil, it will fry on the bottom.
It turns out being like
yes.
focaccia. Okay.
You want to preheat your oven to 425 degrees because you want to par bake this crust for about 10 minutes. Now, to make this more like focaccia, just take your fingers and dimple the dough. Just leave little dimples. You'll see why in a minute. After it par bakes, you'll see more why with the sauce. So you want to dimple it. I know it looks funny, but
do you imagine that you're poking somebody's eyes out?
No, I've never done that before.
Maybe there's somebody that just annoys you, and you're like, "Hey, I'm gonna poke their eye out." Right.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. I'm just joking, people.
We're not violent people.
I may have violent thoughts, but I'm not a violent person.
We don't act on those thoughts.
No.
So now you want to pop this into the oven for about 10 minutes so it's par baked. Okay, our sausage is completely done. You want to wait till it's completely done. Now we're going to add our kale. Now I'm going to add it in batches because it's going to overload the pan. So you're better to add it in batches and let it start wilting.
It will not take long to get done.
Yes. You want to let it start wilting, then add more. Until all your kale is in. You saw how much kale Jason had.
Now, obviously, you can put in as much as you want.
Yes.
But,
and see, it's already starting to wilt down. It's already starting to get nice and wilty. The minute it hits the heat, it starts wilting.
Yep.
So, pretty soon I can add more. Okay, my sausage and kale is done. As you can see, the kale wilted down amazingly.
Looks awesome.
This is a match made in heaven. Now, if you don't like kale, you can use spinach.
Yeah.
But
you could.
It won't be the same.
No, this is going to be good.
Over here, our crust is out of the oven. It's about 3/4 of the way done. Nice and golden brown on the bottom. It's absorbed the olive oil and basically kind of fried in the olive oil.
You can see.
And as you can see, it's more like a focaccia than a crust. That's what you're looking for. Now, for the sauce. This is not going to be a typical sauce. This is not going to be a white sauce. This is going to be a garlic and olive oil butter sauce. So in this bowl, we have 1 stick of salted butter. You want salted butter, preferably real butter for this. Now we are going to melt this, then I'll show you what we do next. Now our butter is all melted. You want to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I'm adding about 2 to start out. We'll see from there.
How do you know that's about a tablespoon?
Basically, 1 large glug is a tablespoon. What I do, I slowly count to 1.
Like a slow 1 count is 1?
Slow 1 count is 1.
Slow 1 count? Okay, gotcha.
That's true of just about any liquid.
Just about any liquid. Okay.
Yeah. And from here, I am adding garlic powder.
As much as you'd like.
Season with your heart.
Yep. As much as you want. If you like garlic, if you love garlic like we do it.
Yep, go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
You ain't gonna hurt anything. This crust will absorb a lot of garlic flavor.
Yes.
So and it will also flavor this a lot.
Yes. And your cheese, because I've got a surprise for you with the cheeses.
Yep. It'll take care of it.
I'm gonna add just a little bit more olive oil, closer to 3, because it looks like it needs a little bit more olive oil. And I'm gonna add just a little bit more garlic powder, because we love garlic.
Heck yeah. And this dish can actually take it.
Yes.
This putting the kale and the crust.
Yes. Now we will put
it.
on our sauce. Now we're just going to brush this liberally with our garlic and olive oil butter sauce.
Yep.
You want to brush it very liberally. That's the reason I had so much, because you want it dripping.
And then it'll seep down into those little pores, right?
That's the reason I did the dimples.
Yeah.
Because it will hold that sauce.
Yep.
Now you want to be sure and spread that garlic powder around. Don't let it be in one lump. It's okay if it runs off the sides of the crust. It's just going to bake into it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be just fine.
You actually want it to do this. You want it to puddle up like that. And your parchment paper will help you throw it back onto the crust if you're worried about it. It's actually doing everything you want it to do.
But it's just going to give you a good edge if it gets on here.
Yes.
It's going to give you a really good edge.
Brown, and your butter's going to brown a little bit.
It's going to be amazing.
You want it to be pulled up like this.
Yep.
Because it's going to take it.
Yeah, it will.
And it's going to make it more like focaccia.
Yep.
Which is what you want for this. Now, this is our surprise. It's wholemeal ricotta cheese.
Yep.
Now, we're going to put that on top of our crust. You can either dollop it or you can spread it. I'm going to spread it on top of our crust, and that garlic butter smells amazing.
It does.
It almost smells like garlic bread.
Yeah.
And it smells amazing. Now, we're just going to spread this around. Now, it's not going to spread beautifully.
You're not frosting a cake.
You're not frosting a cake.
Exactly.
This is rough.
Yeah.
Honestly, this pizza is rustic.
Yeah. See, rustic's a beautiful term because it means you can be sloppy and not worry about it.
Amen. Amen. I love the term rustic when it comes to food.
Absolutely. Homemade.
Yes.
Right? Handcrafted.
Yes.
Yeah.
All those things, I love them.
Homemade, handcrafted, rustic. It's good. Good stuff.
And this ricotta is just going to add to the beauty of this pizza.
Yeah.
It's going to meld so well with the sausage and kale.
It's exciting. Yeah, it really is actually.
And trust me, making this up, I got so excited. Jason can tell you.
I did. I told them how excited you
I
were
was so
when I was picking that
excited.
kale. I
I
told
was so excited.
I told them.
Because honestly, when I come up with something like this, I can taste it in my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
And when I can taste it in my mind, it just transports me to a totally different place.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm eating this meal. So now you want tons of Parmesan cheese.
Yes.
The more the better. Load it up. Just cover that ricotta really good in Parmesan cheese. I would tell you the good stuff is preferred here. But you can use the green can.
Well, now look, when we say good stuff, we ain't talking about real Parmesan Reggiano. That
This is domestic.
We're not saying, hey, get paid $20 a pound for this stuff. You know, this is what we got right here.
That's domestic.
Yeah, it's fun.
And it's wonderful. So now we're going to add the sausage and kale mixture. Which, by the way, the sausage and kale mixture,
I'll be honest, this is going to be good.
you can add this to pasta.
Yeah.
With a nice creamy cheesy sauce. And you've got a meal.
With a white sauce, with a
Yes.
You could even do the garlic butter sauce on that.
Yes.
You could.
Yes.
You really could.
You can easily convert this from a pizza to a pasta dish.
Yeah, without a doubt. And if you're somebody watching like Carbs Water, you can make like a whole wheat pasta. You could do a gluten-free pasta. Whatever it is you're trying to do, you could make that into this.
You could even pile this on some veggies.
Yeah.
And it will be good.
Yeah, it would be fine. Whatever you're looking to do. I personally don't care about carbs and stuff, so I'm eating this pizza crust.
And as you can see, I just loaded it on.
Yeah.
If you don't want it that thick, don't do it that thick.
That's perfect though.
But this is
taking us 2 days to eat, by the way.
Yes.
We're not eating all this tonight.
Yes. Now, I'll show you what we do next. Okay, now we're going to add more Parmesan cheese. The more Parmesan cheese, the better.
It's going to be a crazy amount because you ain't done with cheese.
I'm not done with the cheese, but...
Just some more on top.
Just some more on top. Just a good little layer.
Yeah.
Not as much as before. Now we are going to add mozzarella. This is probably about 3 cups of mozzarella. You can use as much as you want.
Yeah.
It's not going to hurt it.
Nope.
As much cheese as you want.
Yep.
Remember, this is sheet pan pizza. It takes more cheese.
That's true. That's a good point.
It takes way more cheese to cover.
There's a larger surface area. You're right.
Than just a regular round pizza.
Because it looked like a mound of cheese. I was like, man, that's a lot of cheese. But you know what? It's covering it.
Yeah. It takes a lot of cheese to cover a sheet pan pizza.
That's a good point.
Because you want to cover your sausage and kale.
You gotta think you doubled your dough, so that tells you there's more surface area.
Yes. And this is a large pizza.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it's a two-nighter for us, without a doubt.
Yes. Now this is going to go into your oven, which is still at 425.
That's a mountain of goodness.
And it's
that's thick.
Your crust, yes, your crust is about 3/4 baked, so it's not going to take long. It's already browning on the bottom. Basically until all your cheeses melt and everything gets hot. Yeah. That's all.
Cook it till it's done.
Okay, this beautifulness is out of the oven.
15 minutes in there, right?
It was 15 minutes in there. The last probably 3 minutes I put it on broil so that the broiler would get this all bubbly and brown. And it smells divine.
We will let it rest for about 5 minutes. Let it rest for about 5 minutes.
Because the ricotta.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to cut it up, and Jason's going to try it for you.
Look at that beautiful pizza. A little cheese falling off didn't hurt nobody. Look at that. Wow. Hang on. Go let marinate. That is amazing. I mean, it's just perfection. Angela, okay? Your brain is on another level. It's on an absolute another level, Angela. It's so delicious, so amazing. You could go without the ricotta. You don't want to. You can go without all the Parmesan cheese. You don't want to. You can go without the mozzarella. You don't want to. They all have their purpose. The layers are there for a reason. So just don't second guess it. Just believe it. Do it. It's awesome. You won't regret it. And it's a good way. And it's healthy because it's got kale in there. Right? So it's so good. So amazing. Angela Kay killed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm tired of talking. I want to eat. So we're going to go drink some homemade lemonade. Eat this pizza. We do appreciate you guys watching so much. We love you guys so much. Again, my name is Jason. That's Angela Kay. This is our Recreation Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.